ladies and gentlemen. Today we're learning about area and perimeter. What's the difference? I'm your teacher, Miss Michele W. and I have 30 years of teaching experience, both online and in public schools. I'm also a licensed certified teacher and work with students in many different areas in both elementary and middle school age levels. Let's get on with it. What's the difference between perimeter and area? Perimeter is the distance around the outside of a 2D or two-dimensional shape. That's just simply a fancy word for a flat shape like a rectangle or a square. So perimeter is the distance around the outside of a two-dimensional shape. Perimeter is like a fence around your backyard for your puppy. This is the perimeter. Perimeter is found by adding all the sides lengths. So the backyard for this puppy is rather small. It's 10 feet by 6 feet by 10 feet by 6 feet. So to find the perimeter, I simply add the distance of all the sides. So I'm adding 10 plus 6 plus 10 plus 6, and I get 32. But wait, 32 what? I'm not done yet. I need to add a label to tell what the number answer is in terms of units. The yard was measured in feet. It might have been measured in miles. It might have been measured in centimeters. It might have been measured in meters. I have to add the label so that I know what 32 stands for. So I simply write the word feet after the number 32 to write what the perimeter's distance is. Remember, perimeter is like a fence around the backyard for your puppy. P for perimeter stands for puppy, and remember, you have to know the perimeter to be able to find the distance of the length of the fence to keep your puppy in his yard. The formula for perimeter of a rectangular square is perimeter equals side plus side plus side plus side. Now let's talk about area. Area is the space inside of a two-dimensional flat shape. So the area is like the grass that covers all of the inside space of the backyard that the puppy lives in. Area is the space inside of a two-dimensional shape. Remember, perimeter was the distance around the outside. But area is all the space that fills up the whole inside of the two-dimensional shape. I can draw a picture to find area. Here, my length or the distance of this side is 10 feet. So I drew a box for every foot along this side. And along this side of the fence, it was 6 feet long. So I drew a box for every foot along this side of the fence. And then I filled in the rest of the grid to cover the whole backyard. I can find the area after I do this by simply counting all of the 1 foot by 1 foot square feet that cover the whole backyard. However, that's a lot of squares to count in this size of a yard. So, instead, I can take an easier way out and multiply to find the area. The formula for area is area equals length times width. So I can simply plug in my measurements into that formula. So I can say area equals length, and I see that the length is 10 feet, so I write 10 in the place of the L. Then I put my multiplication sign, and I see that the width is 6 feet, so I put 6 in the place of the W. 10 times 6 is 60. Wait, I'm not being very specific. Don't I need something else? Why, yes, I do. We're not done yet. We need the unit label. So I'm going to look at how the length and the width were measured. They were measured with feet. So I'll add feet after the word 60. However, I wasn't measuring the distance around the outside. That was the perimeter. So I'm not doing linear measurement. I'm actually covering it with 1 foot squares. So I have to write the word squared after the word feet so that I know what I was actually measuring. So the area of the puppy's backyard is 60 squared feet or 60 feet squared. You can actually interchange the two words. If you enjoyed learning with me, consider Michele W as your elementary tutor. Have a great day.